Hello and welcome back to the colony with Man of the Antz. We are once again in Empires of the Undergrowth and we are carrying on with our free play. We've done quite a few, lots of free plays, look. I told you I'd done one or two and I've actually done, oh, look at that, look. That might have just been a test one, but I'm pretty sure all of these were actually on the channel at some point. Something useful and even more useful third. That was me trying to actually get a colony started. So I'm assuming we're Suicide Squad as that's at the bottom. I can't quite remember, but that I didn't have high hopes for it, did I? So Suicide Squad, I guess, would make sense. Let's crack on with that. So thank you for all your comments. Yes, a couple of you pointed out I did pick the wrong colony when I started. So I did do the colony gene steal, I think it was called, but it was the wrong genes that I went and stole. So a little bit frustrating, but there we go. We will survive. So where are our ones going at the moment? Oh, they're over here. What's down here? There's a little bit of food, so yeah. So today we're going to try and get them going out a little bit further perhaps and seeing what they can deal with. The fives will almost certainly be able to deal with anything that comes along pretty much on their own. We are almost full up on food, so let's get some upgrades going on these. And then let's just make sure we get the right ones. Oh, there they are. So what's that one? Oh, it's that one. Of course, it's those two. Right. So, yes, the dark brown is the ranged. I wish we could look. Just look at the icons, couldn't we? That would have done it. So I was actually going to do something a little bit different. I was actually going to take a look at a new Ant game today, and I was going to postpone Empires of the Undergrowth by a day, which I know you would all have absolutely thoroughly loved. It's a game called Ant Queen 3D. It looks quite exciting. It's from a small developer. Unfortunately, I was getting really high GPU usage in it, so I couldn't record it very well at all. It was really struggling, so that's a bit of a shame. But I've gone back to the developer and just let them know that I'm having some issues, so hopefully they will be able to get that sorted at some point. As I said, it is in early access, so you know, these things happen. It's going to be unoptimized and all the usual caveats we have. Oh, look at that. Look, there's another little aphid farm down there. Let's go and take out these little things. So now we're bringing the ones down here. Of course, as we kill things, a whole bunch of our little buddies are going to be running back to drop the food off. And those spiders are going to be immediately taking them out. We're going to have to go and take care of those spiders, because they've just killed everyone that's gone back with... Oh, there's a massive whip spider as well. Where's my 5? Everyone come down here. Let's deal with this. Well, everything's getting involved now. So there's a few suggestions as well to turn off the rainforest creatures, because people think they look a little bit out of place in this desert arena, which is a fair enough comment, really, isn't it? So we will look to do that. If we do get to a point where we are struggling with the difficulty, we maybe do that. There's also some suggestions in terms of the difficulty, in as much as making it... I can't really see there, can I? I was just going to show you the setup for the difficulty options. Obviously, I can't do that, can I? That'd be crazy. So yes, what I do need to do, talking about... Yes. Just needed to make sure I could see my... lag in the such like on the encoding, so that if there is an issue in this, I can see that happen. Oh, food stores are full, so let's increase this even more. Ooh, missed one last time. Why is this missing one? Let's make those even, shall we? Or is it because they're different sizes? It's because they're different sizes. I guess that makes sense, doesn't it? So what I might do then is I might turn off the one's food gathering, and we might just go on a little bit of what I'm going to call a murder-thon. I think that's what I'm going to class it as. I'm going to class it as a murder-thon. And then we will probably at some point have to increase the size of the 5s. It's like, how are they going to fare against... Like, most of them aren't even... There we go. Oh, they're going to do fine. All right. Don't worry about it. So I'm hoping that the 5s are actually going to be able to deal with all the enemies and get some food for us to keep us ticking over. Speaking of, let's go and upgrade some of these.
The workers have done all they can to prepare this brood chamber.
And let's take this little army. And there's going to be a pretty constant stream of ants, I guess, as they die or new ones hatch. So we're going to go for a bit of a wander. No, we're going to go down here, weren't we? Let's go down here. Let's head down. I don't think... Oh, that could be a bit of a challenge for us, couldn't it? Let's see how we fare against that, shall we? So I don't think there are any other colonies on the map that I'm aware of. It would have a little ant icon on it, wouldn't it, if they did? So Don't believe there are any full colonies on the map for us to take over. That could be something that I'm sure the devs are looking at anyway, but it could be something for them to look into a bit as well. Just having these free play modes with, you know, making it like a free play mission almost. So you have other ant colonies on there and you can take them all over. So where this could be a pretty tough fight, you know. This could be, we have got a lot here. We have got like 70 odd ants. So we do have a lot of ants saying that. So maybe it won't be as tough as I'm thinking, but there are a lot there. And at some point, of course, there will be other creatures spawning and we can have a go at taking them on as well. There's a lot of stuff going on here. They've almost killed that one though. That they do really. Those rapid fires absolutely rinse them. The rapid fires are good against single targets, whereas the mortars are good against groups of enemies. You know, we absolutely destroyed them. I don't think it's going to be a problem at all, is it? Let's go murder these because we can. And then what's down here? Not worth it. We'll head up there after that, I think. Well, that's only ladybirds though, isn't it? It does seem like everything is clustered around where the colony is, doesn't it? Are these just slowly picking off our ants? I think they might be. So we might need to look into increasing. If we just ignore the ones for a moment. In fact, no, if we just send the ones up here. Yeah, just send the ones up here. They can go for a bit of a wander. We might need to look at increasing the size of the 5s. We've got a bit of a better defense force out here. Night will be coming in soon, and then we're going to be in trouble. Carlo, I believe it was, did suggest having more than a couple of groups, but I just don't think I really need them. There's not enough to really deal with outside. Like out in the other corners, there just isn't that much around, so I'm not too bothered about having... If there was, like, you know, lots of big enemies around and lots of other colonies to attack, I might think about doing something like that, but I don't think it's really a concern. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. That's not what I wanted to do. 5s, come back here. Yeah, I don't think we're too worried about that. Let's send the ones to take care of these here. And then what I was going to do is I was going to increase the size of the 5s a bit, so it's these 2 here. So if we just do, like, maybe not that one. Some rather frustratingly placed undiggable tiles there, but we shall make do, I suppose. We did build this here. That's going to be another worker group, wasn't it? And what's this? That's one of these? One of those, so I don't think we're going to ever increase that, so we could just probably increase this one quite comfortably around it, couldn't we? So we're getting a little bit of food in again, so let's increase... Oh, that is the right one. I panicked for a second. Let's just build a bunch of range to start with. Oh, I suppose we've got lots of food actually. Let's build a bunch of melee as well. Let's just do that for the moment. We'll see how that goes. How are the ones doing? Absolutely rinsing everything. Yeah, as I did start saying earlier, there were some suggestions on other difficulties you could choose to make it a little bit more palatable. I guess just to ease it up a bit faster, because as you can see, we are going up this quite quickly. So it is doing some form of scaling. It isn't scaling with the ants. I think it is just increasing throughout time with spikes throughout the day and night as well. So at the moment it's only at 91%, so it has gone down from where it has been previously. What else can we go and murder? Everything is pretty much clustered around the nest. There's a few things around. There's like these guys up here. There's a few things down here. There's a couple of things spawned down there, but nothing major. A couple more of those have spawned again, but I don't know if we're too worried about those. They're taking care of each other. There's another giant whip spider. What I might do then is I might turn the ones food gathering back on. May as well, right? So 5s, if you actually go and take care of this problem, because right now you're just sort of lulling around and watching it murder everyone, aren't you? Oh, I'm all over the place with my numbers there.
The ants must protect the queen.
Must what? How did he get in there? Cheeky. I'm not happy with that. So everyone is back on food gather duty. So let's send the ones over here to take care of these. And I might send them over here again, actually, because there's just lots of little bits of food there, isn't there? At least it sends them a bit further afield then. Just absolutely massacring that leg. You get that leg, dude. You get that leg. Oh, you're going to go and just sacrifice yourself, apparently, to the great Spider Lord in the sky. Fine with me. You look after you. So it's night's coming, which could be a little bit more exciting, because hopefully there'll be a lot more going on at night. A lot more creepy crawlies, a lot more spikes in difficulty, I'd have thought. We tried to get into the nestlet. He tried working his way in there. What's this big thing? Nothing really too major. What if we go over here? Oh, little baby whip spider. I do love the little baby whip spiders. They look so cool. There's a big old fish over there. That's what the ones are going to do. The ones are going to go for that big old fish. There's only 4 ants there. Look how quickly they're taking. I mean, they didn't kill it, but 4 ants. 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 ants it took to kill a giant spiny grasshopper. The problems they gave us in the leafcutter levels, and now it takes 8 ants to destroy them. Ah, for shame, for shame. So it looks like they made their way to the fish now, so they're going to start harvesting that lovely, lovely little group of food we've got there, because there is a lot going on there. I'd like to take care of these two as well, because they're standing by to do us some damage. There's a few other things arriving as well, so we can always just go back and forth between these. But probably at the point we could put these maybe on 5 duty as well, because we don't really need 80 ants off on our foraging party. So if we leave those there, what we could do in fact is we could make like a little... Yeah, if we make like a couple more, what I'm thinking is if we do like... Where's the 19s? So we can have like 4s there and like 5s there, just like covering the... 4s there and 5s there, sort of like, you know, split a little bit either side of the nest. Hopefully take care of things a bit more. So maybe, yeah, maybe we not. Maybe can we increase these ones? Actually, we probably could increase these a bit, couldn't we? That one's got a bit of space, and I can bring this one down. Okay, let's do that as well then. I'm on it. I'm on the food store thing. Don't worry. Not that one. I suppose we could, but nah, let's try and keep it sensible, shall we? We can extend it there as well. Let's do that. Okay, so what have we got here? This is the melee. Let's build a bunch of melees. And then a bunch of ranged over here.
This colony must remain small for now.
Ran out of food. That won't take long to come back, though. Wouldn't worry about that too much. The ones are hoovering up that fish. Look, 400 left only. What was 1300 when we got there? So used up 1,000 of it so far. And then we're going to go take care of that guy. In fact, no, what we can do, we don't need to. Oh, he's coming down. Oh, he's not. I'm going to say we can just send the 5s to take care of him, really. Now we've got the 4s defending the nest as well. It's not so much of a problem, is it? Only 150 food from him. If you remember when we did set up the game, we did have one of the options, and it did say something like enemies will stop dropping as much food the further you go on. So that's one for us to keep an eye on. Some lovely hermit crabs coming down there full of delicious food. There's some delicious food over here as well. I might actually send the 5s over there so they can get that. They're pretty equally sized now, actually, aren't they? They've taken care of that fish. That fish is done and dusted. What's down here? Let's go down here in ones, as you're already grouped up there. Let's go on a bit of a wander again. Is this nighttime? I can't really tell. It looks darker. I don't know if it's full night yet. It doesn't seem to have massively increased the number of enemies as I was expecting nighttime to. An other creature has spawned. That's what we've sort of been waiting for, isn't it?
On the surface, a strong creature stirs. It could be devastating to encounter unprepared, but with great risk comes great reward.
Where on earth is it? It doesn't tell me where it is, does it? No. Not there. You can tell them because they are massively shiny. Well, there he is. He's come right for us. So this is an other creature. Our 5s are not even really involved. They're defending the top of the nest. Our 1s are on their way, but the 4s, these 60-odd ants down here, they're pretty much taking care of it. Pretty much taking care of it. Can't quite see the health, actually, can we? Because I covered it up with the pheromone markers. 3,000 food. The 4s are going to just hoover that up. The 1s are going to come down here. Get some of this lovely food. That spider's nest that was there is finally gone. That was so frustrating, but so have the plants that dropped the seeds. I do like how much the surface changes. That's quite nice. So we have a massive whip spider that's come up as well. But he's in the path of the 4s and the 1s. I'm not too worried about that, to be honest. I might even send the 4s directly for him. Ha! For him, because they're the 4s. Get it? Can't quite see his health. Oh, there he is. Oh, he's taken a while, but he's not far off, is he? So put the 4s back there. Another one come up there, but he's heading right towards the 5, so they're going to take care of him, aren't they? Yeah, they are. We have lots of food again, so let's get this upgraded. Let's upgrade some of these, shall we?
The workers have done all they can to prepare this brood chamber.
I took care of a bit of food, but not much. I might need to actually... Or can I increase this much? Not really. I could bring it down here, couldn't I? Maybe we'll do that. Obviously that's going to open up whatever's here, but I don't really care that much. There's lots of these. Where are these guys actually going when they run back in? Do they just say hello to the queen and run out again? I think they do, don't they? So let's go upgrading a bit rather than... If I just send the 1s in there temporarily, I mean... Not really too fussed, to be honest. Yeah, so we can upgrade loads of these. Upgrades all over the place, look. I took care of a bit of a food problem, but not that much. Yep, so the 1s are now out in full force over there. Some baby whip spiders there. There's a couple of things down there. Let's send the 1s back over there. Because that's basically done in terms of food now. Oh, do we need this or shall I make that food? Oh, then we'll stick with what we got for now. We'll even do those little end bits over there as well, just because we can. So what have we got? We've got a giant grasshopper over there. Let's go get him, shall we? Why not? So the other creature is almost out of food. Look, that's how quickly we rinsed through 3,000 food.
The workers have done.
Let's upgrade a few of these movement tiles where we can.
The workers have done all they can.
And all these food tiles can be upgraded. And we'll build these ones as well. Which is kind of pointless, but we'll take it. Why not? I'm turning those off. I don't want to do that. Let's get them upgraded instead, shall we? And that gives a bit more, and then if we really need to, I'll extend up here as well. But hopefully we'll be spending food for... I mean, I'm just saying that, but I'm not. I'm not spending food fast enough. That's melee, isn't it? Yeah, let's build some melees down. Let's just fill this up.
Must remain small for now.
No? Oh no, we've used all our food up. That went very fast. Didn't I just have like 3,000? I missed a single one there, look. There we go. So the ones are just milling around really, aren't they? Should we send them milling around down there? We may as well send the 5s over there to get the bit of food that is there, because it'll only disappear otherwise. What are the ones doing here? Just getting involved in mischief is how I think I would describe that. And this weird sprawling food store that we've got that is mental. It's really inefficient. Like, if they need to take food all the way up here, it's so far back. It's crazy. But I guess as an ant, you just take what you can. I want to upgrade that one, but I can't quite... Oh, there we go. Can get to it. There's a few more upgrades we can squeeze in there. That's gonna, I think we might be able to do that one afterwards as well, but that will be about it. Oh, we can do that one as well, actually. There we go. Don't go. Come down here, and then I can do that one, and then I can do that one. And that's put us up to 4,500 food now. Which isn't bad, is it? So the ones are doing all right. They've got a little train coming down from over here. Let's send them towards the seed, shall we? And then these slightly at risk ranged guys can... Oh, they're not at risk at all. Take it back. They are kick-ass. And there's all these food sources in between as well that they're dealing with. Well, the 5s are still up there, and they're doing alright, actually. Might just leave them there, I suppose. All this food being ferried back, it's awesome to see, isn't it? Big old spiny cricket thinks he's going to come in and do something. I don't think so, mate. How's the difficulty doing? 102, so it's gone up a little bit. I'm hoping that's going to be kind of the base. 100% base difficulty level, and then it will spike from there, I'm hoping. Oh, good job, guys. Good job. Wasn't sure if you'd actually pull that off there, but... Don't know why I ever doubted you. Don't know why I ever doubted you. There's also some aphids there as well that they could get involved in if they wanted. See, these things were super tough to the leaf cutters as well, but 4 ants there have taken them out pretty much. Look how quickly they destroy the ladybird health as well. There's a giant whip spider coming up. So we saw the baby one. Should we take a look at the giant one? Where is he? Not quite as cute, is he? I mean, not quite. Not quite as cute. You know, obviously it's close, but he's not quite there. No, he doesn't have that cute little whiteness to his face, does he? That sort of soft exoskeleton that made the other one so damned adorable. Oh well, no matter, mate. I'm sure you will find love anyway. So not even a big one, is it? That's just like the male ones, I think. Or am I just making it up? Maybe it's just I'm so used to seeing them now, they no longer fill me with the dread that they used to. Let's bring the 5s back from there for a second. The ones are just milling around, really, aren't they? What have we got? Send them down here to Grasshopper Central. Alright then, why not? I'm feeling pretty fearless about them, to be honest. In fact, let's go to this Grasshopper Central, because that's a bit closer. Like, I don't really feel that they're much at risk from anything. So I've got so many ants. How many ants have I got? 200. I have got 2. Oh, that's the... No. Yeah? That's the same size as that, isn't it? Nah, I'm talking crazy talk. Talking crazy talk. So he's getting involved with the grasshoppers over here. So that'll be a good time for us to go over there and give him a slap with the 5s. The almighty 5s. So we've got about 60, and about 80. So 260 home defense and an 80 foraging party. That's pretty extensive, really, isn't it? And it looks like these guys are just picking these apart one by one, because I don't think many are coming down here like en masse. En masse. And nonetheless, they're doing all right. Ooh, he almost... Did he just chicken out because he saw how hardcore he was? Is that what just happened? That's what I'm going to assume just happened in my head. Because that seems cool. Yes, I'm probably managing these really like inefficiently. There's probably a lot more management I can do in terms of, you know, making sure they don't get picked off one by certain creatures and stuff, but I just don't really need to. So much food, so many ants. Difficulty, how you looking? 104, so it's creeping up still. Creeping up still. I did ask last time whether you thought I should perhaps stop this free play and carry on, or start a new one with maybe a harder difficulty, and pretty much unanimously you were all happy to see this one go on as long as it could. So I'm sure the difficulty will ramp up to a point where it is pretty much impossible to carry on. It may just take us a little while to get there, I suppose. So as food starts becoming a bit rarer, that could be more of a problem. We might have to start hoarding food rather than just throwing it away as we are at the moment, just using it for everything at the moment, aren't we? So these hermit crabs are tough, aren't they? Look how much stuff's attacking and it's still just inkling down. And only, what, 82 food from them? Something like that. Morning has broken. Like the first morning. And like the first morning, still lots of critters around. We should send the ones out on a gathering raid over here, I think, in a second. Let's just do it now, shall we? There's not much down there. There's a couple of aphids, but do we really care about a few aphids? Not really going to see us through, are they? Fours could probably do with getting a bit closer to this guy to helping their little buddies out. And then the ones, oh, there they go. Look, The melee seems to be a lot faster than the range, don't they? Look at them, look. They definitely are a lot faster than the range. So I suppose that's how they get to the fight first. Oh no, now the range is sped up. Don't know what denotes their current speed. So there are a few of these tiger beetles around. We will smash them. No problem. Seems to get a few ranged involved. Look. One dead. They did actually wipe out the ants that were there. But here is the second wave, not far behind at all. Gone, and then there's this one, and now the third wave's come in, so you got no chance, mate. No chance at all. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do that. I wanted to stop them going up to that spider's nest unless there's going to be a few of them around. Because if there's just one of them, they're going to get... Oh, take it back. If there's just one of them, they're going to take care of it, and then he's going to destroy the nest. Oh, he got taken out in the end. Look, he got taken out in the end. So they're taking back some food. There's a bit more food over here. I don't mind getting that. They can do that bit. There's a trail on the way, look. Ah, but they're getting caught up with this whip spider. That's what's happening. That's fine. You take care of that, dude. Do you need the fives? I don't think you do. I was going to send the fives to help you, but you've got it. You've got it sorted. There's a few of those down there now, so let's go take out this spider's nest. Or the spiders, I suppose, in particular. There we go. And there's another one over here. Go take care of this one. And then go grab these seeds. We're just on a bit of a seed run, I guess. Lots of these little maggoty colonies around, but I don't think they're much of a concern for us particularly. So one more spider there. He's not going to last very long, is he? Nah, he's gone already. Look, let's send him down towards the seeds then. Food's almost full. Look at that. Food's almost full again. Should we do some numbers rather than... I suppose we need to do some range, don't we? Make up that.
This colony must remain small for now.
But this is costing more.
It's too scarce to support greater numbers.
How is food too scarce? Oh my god. No, they've massively increased in price. I had not realised that. So I wasn't wrong before when they absolutely massively increased in price. In that case, we will just go on a bit of a food storage run instead. So let's open all this out. We'll make this one huge food store. And we'll send the ones... This fish must have just... Fish? This fish must have just... Oh my god. This fish must have just... This fish... He must have just fallen from the sky, because he was not there just before. He has just appeared out of nowhere. I literally was just looking at that. That's a good amount of food for the ones. I might actually even send the fours over there as well and leave the fives defending the nest, I think. Oh my word, everything is kicking off. It is kicking off down here. Look at this. How's the difficulty doing? 121. So there's been a bit of a spike. I thought there might have been something, because yeah, it got hectic down there. So I sent the 4s as well, just so if there are any creatures on the way, the 1s won't get too caught up with them, and there will be hopefully a fairly steady train of ants going to this fish to hoover all that delicious food up. I'm assuming food stores don't cost more to place, do they? No. Okay. That's good. So let's make an inconceivably large food oh my god, it's gone all the way up there. Look, that broke through. We'll just leave it here for now. We'll leave that. We can use that possibly as a nest or something if we need to a bit later on. I have a vague recollection now of it costing more to place ants, but yeah, only a very vague recollection. So the 5s have dealt with all of that, so let's move them back to the face of the nest so they are properly defending it. My frame rate is taking a bit of a hit. You can't see I've got the Steam frame rate counter up and it's 3040 now. There's a lot of ants around. Not having some of the recording issues we've had previously though. I think that's because the ants are fairly spread out, so they're not suffering too much in that regard. I'm going to send the 5s up there to take care of that, I think. How's everyone doing over here? All doing good? I might send the 1s slightly further up that way, because then they'll take care of the ladybirds and maybe get some aphid, lovely, delicious aphid juice at the same time. I'm guessing that thing's been taken care of. Of course he has. Of course he has. So we may as well move the 5s back there, because there's a couple of things popping up. Alright, let's...
The workers have done all they can to improve these food stores.
How much does it cost to upgrade stuff? Like these ones that cost a lot. Oh, it's just 60 to upgrade them still, so we definitely need to upgrade everything that we've got.
All they can to prepare this brood chamber.
If we can't extend them much more, at least not quite yet, we do need to make sure everything is as upgraded as it can be. And it actually isn't far off at all, is it? So they've upgraded all of that, but we can of course now upgrade it all again. And what's that going to give us? Maybe like 7,000-ish perhaps?
Protect the queen.
So they're still working on this fish. There's about 700 in there. If we move the 4 back a bit more, we'll be able to see it a bit easier. Yeah, there's about 700 left in there still, so they're only about halfway through it. Let's send the 5s down here, and we don't want to go too far down. If that whip spider's coming out, let's let him come to us, shall we? Okay, now let's send them down there, I think, now that he's actually dealing with the ants a bit more. Because really, this train of ants back and forth has kind of got the north side of the nest covered, really. They're taking care of anything that arrives. There's another whip spider. It's throwing whip spiders at us left, right, and south, apparently. So let's move the 5s back a little bit now before they get too involved with the whip spider. A couple of them have got involved, but let's move them back until he's a bit closer to the nest. Only 400 food left there now. Oh, the spiders are taking the ladybirds. Oh, they are also taking my ants, I suppose. That's less good. But we're about to kill him, so that's good. It's only like 1 aphid left up here. Well, there's lots of aphids, actually. No, it's lots of aphids, they just haven't got any food, which is a lot more reasonable. Since our food store look is up to 7,300 now. Not quite the same as our formicarium got to, because that got to like 12,000 it is up to now, something stupid like that. Another whip spider there who was getting absolutely minced. Tried running away. That was a wonderful little tactic. Do you see that? He put the tiger beetle in front of him and the ant so that they attacked the tiger beetle first. That was a genius tactic. Hasn't worked though. He is still going to die. He's trying to desperately back off a little bit, but there he goes. Loads of stuff down there. Let's pull them back a little bit, I think. So the fish is now gone. There's lots of stuff down here though, so let's just send everyone down here, shall we? And let's send the 4s over to this one. So similar sort of route again, but slightly different end goals. I love that the spiders are just taking care of the... is one of mine? Why is one of mine up there? Taking care of the ladybirds. And the little one there, that's gone. Or it's not. Are they fighting? No, I assume he's gone there. I did wonder if they go down this route, but they haven't. They have gone around the normal route, I suppose we should call it. And they shall pick up a lot of food on the way, and of course we've got this little area here that they'll hoover up as well, so that's going to work out quite well for us, isn't it? There's a whole bunch of food in the middle as well. Oh, there's a giant praying mantis there. Do we have to worry about him? He does heal when he eats our ants, doesn't he? So I think we might have to. There's a few getting involved. It's going to heal up a little bit. I was hoping you would all go over there. I'm a bit more specific with where I want you to be. Yeah, he's definitely going. He's going to try and heal up a bit more, but it's not enough. It's not enough. Why can't I? Oh, there we go. That's weird. I couldn't place the pheromone marker for a little bit. So the ones coming down here, there's a few C's left over there. The 4s have dealt with that, so I might send the 4s over in this direction a bit to get what's there. Lots of stuff going on. They're all getting very caught up in fights up here, look. We're up to about 4,500 food, and we're not entirely keen on maybe placing too many more ants as it stands, because maybe if we can get, well, I mean, I say if we can get them up to like levels, so we get 33 in each of those and build this up to 44 each. But that's thousands upon thousands of food, so we'll have to wait and see. I'll have to gather a bit more first, I think. I thought they'd made a little nest, a little web there to start with, but it's just the ground underneath, isn't it? And sort of their shadows and the way they interact. A proper little colony of baby whip spiders there. If we go over here, a couple of these things. Let's send the 4s over there. What about the 1s? Where should we send the 1s? There's a bit of food there. Let's send the 1s there. I've never seen them eat anything else apart from an ant. That was pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So they do absolutely mince the ants, but yeah, we absolutely mince them as well, given half a chance. So that works out alright, doesn't it? An other creature has spawned. That's what I'm on about.
A strong creature stirs.
Where is he?
Devastating to encounter unprepared, but with great risk comes great reward.
Where is he? Is he up here then? No, that's just those. There he is. 1s. This is your job now, 1s. You're going to take care of this dude. He'll probably make his way towards the nest fairly soon, although he's trying to deal with that thing there, look. In fact, we might need the 4s as well. I mean, we certainly will just to get the food from him. So let's send everyone up here. And actually, let's turn off their food gathering for the moment. So they just attack, so that we will get the full sort of force going on. Quite a lot of them already there, isn't there? I was going to leave them for a bit till the numbers filled up, but I don't think we need to worry about it, do we? Come on then. Come on then. Just about to see his health bar in the background there. It's not going down very fast. He is actually very, very tough. This is actually a fight we might have to prepare ourselves for a bit more. So what I'll actually do, I think, is I'll put everyone in the 4 just so it's easier for me to handle the group at once. So they got them down to about 2/3 health. We've got lots there now. Let's send them all up. A few of them have gone back. The Queen's in what? They took care of it, whatever it was. I think there's another spider managed to sneak his way in. Should we take a look at this other creature? I don't think we've ever seen an other creature up. Oh my, that's a cracking shot. Look at that. Look at that. That's awesome. I like that he still glows in the photo mode as well. I've messed up the... Ooh, there we go. Yeah, that is awesome. Look at that. Class. I love that he still glows. That's awesome. That's amazing. Dead cricket behind him as well. All our little ants going to town on him. Nice. Oh, is that not the exit button? That is the exit button. So he's absolutely rinsing them, but he is down to about, what, maybe 1/5 of his health? He's killed a lot of our ants. A lot of our ants. But the melee guys are doing their job and they are holding him back from the range. That's the main thing. He's about to go down. There he is. He's gone. So that's another 3,000 food for us. So that's going to get our stores right up. So what I'm going to just very quickly check is to make sure there's nothing else we can upgrade. Oh, there's one food thing there. There's a few food things.
The workers have done all they can to improve these food stores.
Here. A few of these. A few of those. That one. Nothing there. Do that. Got those on the go already. Those ones. A couple there. And that speed tile. That specific speed tile. Right, so let's move the big group back into the ones. And then the ones we'll send out somewhere else, shall we? Because, yeah. I think there's enough food there for... I mean, what's this? Oh, there's another... Oh, someone killed another other creature. We didn't even see it arrive. We didn't even see it. There was an ubber spider and it was killed by other creatures. It didn't even get down to us or up to us or along to us. Or we didn't even see it. It wasn't even on our radar. That's crazy. Because that shows you how many enemies are spawning around the place if they're taking care of that. I'll turn their food gathering off. There we go. I wonder why it's still on 3,000 food. It's like, that's unusual. We need to get it before it despawns. I'm hoping that if we're actually actively working on it, it won't just disappear into the ground like it just did. That's a bit of a pain, isn't it? Could have done with that 3,000 food. All right. Whatever, game. So you've really got to be on it with those other creatures, and if you don't get them quickly, they are going to run out of food very fast. So in fact, that in mind, let's send the ones up there. Let's make sure everyone is fully involved in going up there. Let's go to that 3 feral marker. Fully involved in getting up there and getting that food as fast as possible, because they're going to get very, very distracted. There is another other creature somewhere. Where is he? Oh, he's only just there, look. Only just there, look. He might come close enough for us to actually get him. If we can kill him next to this one. In fact, do we want to? Do we want to try and get as much of this food first? I think we do. I think we don't want to get him quite yet. If he comes close, then he comes close. You know, that's fine. We'll keep an eye on him, but I think we want to just leave them working on this for now. The 5s are doing alright defending the nest. That's going great. So we get both at once. We'll never get all the food from it. That's what I'm thinking. So, oh, it's gone. It's gone. We didn't even get all the food from it. So let's go take care of this one then. Yes, if you don't get it to come to your nest, then you could be in a bit of a problem, really, couldn't you? I was going to send him closer, but he's... Oh my god, it absolutely destroys him. Look how strong he is. He just destroys ants so quickly, and they're all stunned, so none of the ranged guys are shooting him. Let's have you gather, and let's go come back a bit. Let's gather our forces a little bit. Let's turn off your food gathering. If I can bring him to the nest, oh, he's disappeared. That's fine. No, don't run after that spider. I want you coming over here. It's a fairly sizable force. Let's see how that goes. A few of them got distracted by that cricket immediately, look. Luckily it only costs 5 to hatch new ants. Like that hat price hasn't gone up because we could be in trouble otherwise. Yep, absolutely destroyed them. That's because they're all over here, look. Look at them, look. All getting caught up on other side projects. Where's he gone? Oh, there he is. So he's down to what? Maybe we've taken off a third of his health, just about. Maybe a quarter. They're getting distracted with all these other things again, look. So he's down to about a half, I would say, there. Boom, look at that. All dead. All dead. Took about another third of his health, though, so if we wait for a few of these to respawn... Take care of that one, Fives, come on. And then if we go up here again, because right now no one's gathering any food in this group as well, remember, and they are a fairly sizable lot. Well, I say, yeah, it's like 100 ants, isn't it? Something like that. So we should hopefully, with this number, take care of them this time. Tried moving the marker so I could keep an eye on his health. There's a lot of ranged attacks going off. Yeah, there he goes. Oh, he was a tough nut to crack, wasn't he? I had to turn the food gathering back on, didn't I? Yes. Let's put these back over here. And let's send them both in that direction and all their food gatherings back. And we probably won't get all that food again, but if we just get what we can, that'll be fine. Send the Fives back to the center of the nest entrance. Yeah, food's only really trickling up now, isn't it? It's not going up as fast as it was. I don't think these things are dropping anywhere near the food they were beforehand. So it's still at about 120%, so it must have spiked at 120 before, gone down, and then eased its way back up again, I'm suspecting. Yeah, 63 food from that cricket. That's not much, is it? And only 8 ants at a time can work on this little flashing dude. Lots of tiny cricket. I'm just having a look around, see, make sure there are no other creatures that have spawned. And oh, look at the cute little baby mantises. Look at them destroying wood lice. Just destroying them. Just for the fun of it. I don't suppose the cost of ants go down over time, does it? No, it does not. No, that would seem like it would be an unusual tactic, and it would be. So our food is definitely going... There's something which is killing a few of us again. Maybe this guy over here? This guy here as well. You can see our numbers tricking. We're like 10 ants down at the moment. We might need to look at... Obviously, that means the eggs haven't been moved around fast enough, so we might need to look at building our second worker chamber, just to make sure we've got enough workers here. Yeah, look at them, though. They're running all over the place trying to put eggs down and everything. Let's do that. Let's just make sure the cost stays reasonable, doesn't go above 20. We're fine. So that's another whole bunch of workers to work around the nest, pretty much. Is what it says in the tin, isn't it? How the queen pumps out eggs fast enough, on the other hand, is a mystery. That's a mystery. So we're up to about 7.5. Do we start thinking about maybe increasing our numbers around? I might just do that one, I might just build one over here. That says, yeah. Just to make it 40 and 44. Do we do that one? Because it's going to cost us so many thousands to do that. Immediately I'm changing my mind. I'm going to go for more food to start with. Because it's going to start getting crazy in terms of the stuff we're fighting. So we're going to need to have a huge food supply in store. Huge food store in store. That's what I said. That's what I went with. Just told the Fives to leave. Don't leave, Fives. You're important to me. And this we can actually extend all the way up here, can't we? Don't know why I wouldn't open it up so the food can be taken out. I mean, you don't actually need to take the food out, I suppose, do you? No, because he's just taken it to the Queen's Chamber. They're still taking food to the Queen's Chamber. That's all that was. So our ant colony is now at about 250 strong. We have got a whole 21 in that triangle. I love that little triangular nest. I think that looks awesome. Get rid of those as well, shall you? Why not, eh? While you're there, let's dig that out. Let's just... Again, keep an eye on the cost. I don't think they would increase the cost of food tiles. They being the devs, of course. And I suppose, yeah, they are no longer really doing anything, are they? That has been taken care of. So let's send the 1s up here, I think, and then the 4s. What's kicking off down here? Well, there's the whip spider, that's kicking off. Let's send the 4s in this direction then, because this side seems a bit more active now, doesn't it? And the 5s we should move down there, so they're going to deal a bit more with this food source down here, because there's lots of that going on. Oh my word, there is so much for us to upgrade.
The workers have done all they can to improve these food stores.
This is a crazy, crazy food store. I'm keeping an eye on my recording, because at some point it's going to start freaking out. It's the amount of stuff that's gone. Look how many ants are going back and forth. My frame rate is down to 27 frames a second. It's up to 9,500-ish. So the 5s we should move back centrally just to make sure they are defending that territory appropriately. 4s, you might as well walk down there, mate, and take care of that, eh? Why are you just hovering up there? Why don't you go and do something useful? And the 1s are up here. They've basically decimated that. Send them up to that whippy dude up there, shall we? And now we got to upgrade even more of this. We're up to 10,500 food. There's a few more in there we can get. Is there? I think that might be about it. Let's just have a final check for the rest of the nest to make sure we haven't missed any other upgrades, because that really is going to be our... Oh, we did. Look, we did miss one. There's a few there as well. Obviously, there's the workers. I'm not too bothered about upgrading the workers. I don't think it's really going to serve us any purpose. We'll give the workers more health, but do we care if the workers have more health? I mean, I suppose we kind of do, don't we? If something comes into the nest to attack the queen.
The workers have done.
They're the first line of defense, aren't they?
Chamber.
So let's do it. Let's make everything level 3 then. Lots of stuff going on around now. 1s, you may as well go up there and take care of these things and actually get a bit of food up there. There are a couple of huge whip spiders around. 5, you can take care of that. Are they getting tougher? What's the is it spiked the difficulty? Only 127? Is it because not everyone's down there? There are a few which are hiding away from us. So there's a bit of food for us there, so let's get that then. Not much though, not much at all. The 1s are done up there. Where can we send the 1s? Send them over there maybe? Or down there? I couldn't really figure out what's going on then. I couldn't just figure out... Oh, I see. What I thought that was that, and I just couldn't figure out why this level connected up there. I was very confused. Let's send the 1s down there then, shall we? Oh, there's some moaning cats. There are some miserable cats in the house, apparently. Might have to hear Mookie moaning in the background. It's because I haven't paid him any attention for a whole 55 minutes so far. Yeah, look at that. Look, loads of them. And they will be getting eggs all over the place now. There'll be no problem with that at all. So the 1s have dealt with all this stuff pretty much. Where should we send the 1s now? Where are the 4s? They're over here. How are they doing? There's a few things for the 4s to take care of still, so let's leave them doing that. There's a bit of food over here. Let's send the 1s over here. In fact, no, an other creature is spawned.
Creature is born equal. An extremely powerful predator is nearby.
Let's find him first.
Well to treat it with caution.
If we get an other whip spider, we are going to be in serious trouble. So the other creature is up here, look. So let's do the same tactic. We'll get the 4s, we'll turn their food gathering off. We'll set them, but they're going to have to massacre everything here first, look. Where are the 5s? Let's put the 5s back on the nest. I don't know where they were going at that moment. Oh, they were just there, look. So let's get a big group of these 4s together. There are lots of them here, look. And this guy's not taking a battering, but he's taking a bit of damage and he's been a bit distracted. It's not quite as bad as the tiger beetle in terms of just absolutely rinsing like a dozen ants at once. He's already down to about half health. Yeah, this isn't going to be a problem at all, is it? But when we get, and we will get, I'm sure, when we get an other whip spider, that is when we're going to be in trouble. Why has this dude got a health bar? Why couldn't I see a health bar on him? So he is gone, so let's turn the food gathering back on. And I'm just going to leave them in one group for now, I think. In fact, I'm going to point them down there, so they'll gather food from him, and then everyone else will come down here and gather a bit more. And this will hopefully bolster our supplies a little bit. I'll try and keep 8 ants on there at all times. We've got all that food there now, so I might as well just leave them all directly on him. So there's a lot of ants to leave on him. I suppose we could actually, no, saying that, we could take the ones off, couldn't we? Let's take the ones off. I don't think there's any risk of that doing anything untoward. Let's send the ones just on a wander down here, because I mean there's just lots of food just lying around at the moment. Let's go and get a bit of that before it all disappears, shall we? Right. Have we upgraded everything we can? Not quite. There are a few new ones appeared.
Food stores.
Which, oh yeah, I was going to say it's going to push us over 10,000. We're at 12,000, so yeah. Technically it's going to push us further over 10,000, I suppose. Oh, we can do a few more of these.
The workers have done all they can to prepare this brood chamber.
Which means we can do a few more up here as well. Which means we're going to need to put a speed tile here. Here. And a speed tile here. Oh. A speed tile here. And in fact, may as well speed tile that little shortcut as well. So that is every route the ants are going to take has now been speed tiled, hasn't it? Yes, yes. If I put an opening there, are the ants clever enough to use the speed tiled route to get there, to put food up there, or will they still just go through here? Oh no, I think they are clever enough to do that. I think they are clever enough to do that. Fantastic. Right, any other upgrades? A few more of these workers can be upgraded. Upgrade that, upgrade those. A couple more of those, a couple more of those, a couple more of those. This triangle system's pretty interesting actually, isn't it? We get most stuff upgraded. It's only the corners we don't. I suppose if you take the corners off, you've basically got a rough octagon-y shape, haven't you? Alright, and then a few more things up here. Yeah, I thought there might be. And that'll leave us a few more things. So these are now fully upgraded to 3. We can't upgrade the ones, the general nursery ones. They will forever be level 1. Ah, you say. Ah, how sad for them. They'll never gain the superior strength of their siblings. So the 4s have either taken all that food or that food's gone. So let's put them over there. The 1s are just ambling around. Let's amble the ones over in this direction. There's now a bit of food over there. The 4s? Where are we going to send you 4s? That spider didn't do anything the first, like, 2 times it got bit. Just didn't even realise. Oh, I'm getting bit out here. Let's send the 4s over here, shall we? Because there's not much going on down there. What's all this stuff? Oh, it's a big old spider's nest down there. You're dead, mate. You're dead. Oh, you're not? Oh, the spider's dead. You're fine, don't worry about it. I take it back. So we are up to 10,000 food now. So what we could do is if we wanted to continue expanding our food nest, we could... A food nest? Yeah, that'll do. Why not? We could take this bit, this wall here out. Let's do that. Let's just make it even bigger, and then we'll make all of this a big food thing as well. And then once we fill this up, that's when we can start thinking about... Nope. that's when we can start really thinking about spending some of our food on actually upgrading more ants. And when we've done that, though, I think we will have to leave that there because we are up to about an hour again. So let's get all of this built and see how much food we will store then. Did I miss one? I did miss one. How did I miss one again? There you go. Right, upgrades all over the place, please.
The workers have done all they can to improve these food stores.
And as they do those, some 12s will appear, so we'll, or some 12s, some level 3 upgrades will appear, so we'll just keep the button held down and upgrade them as we go, shall we? We now have an 18th, it's probably going to creep up to about 19,000 time they do all this. Or not quite, not quite. We have an 18,790 something. Oh, there's another one appeared there. Brilliant. And another final check. I keep saying final check and then I keep doing it again because we keep upgrading slightly different things each time. Another check to make sure there's nothing else that can be upgraded. It cannot. So 18,800 and what I assume is 50. Seems like a reasonable assumption, doesn't it? And the 4s are over there doing what 4s do. Awesome, cool. I'm going to leave that there then. Been another pretty successful few days in free play. We're up to about 134% difficulty now, so it is creeping up. And some of those other creatures are really, really going to start to test us. Like I say, if we get a couple of the tiger beetles, or if we get... Was it a tiger beetle? No, the... Squirty Mc... No, it wasn't Squirty McSquirt. Was it a tiger beetle then? It must have been. It must have been a tiger... Yeah, it was, wasn't it? The tiger beetle absolutely destroyed us. So if we get a couple of tiger beetles, that'll be a problem. Or I think an Ubber whip spider is going to also be very problematic for us. So, yeah. I'm sure they're not far off, surely. Surely, for sure, it can't be that far off. Something to look forward to there then, isn't there? So I'm assuming you want me to carry on with this free play. So that's what I'll be doing next time. And as always, I hope you've enjoyed this latest look at Empires of the Undergrowth. If you have, do click the like button. It is really, really appreciated. Subscribe, comment down below, all those good things. I stream on Wednesday, so if you can come along and say hello there, it'd be wonderful. Otherwise, I'll see you next time in Empires of the Undergrowth. And as always, thank you very much for joining me.